Good afternoon, folks. Sandy time. Whether you can hear that. Oh. So I jinxed myself in the last video, and I thought my valve block was broken on the front end because it was always slack in the mornings. Turns out it's my shocks. They finally died. The rust is giving way and Sandy is leaking. Oh dear. So it wasn't the valve block I bought. It was something far worse. It was the shocks finally giving way. So there'll be a couple of parts to this. I did buy some new shocks and they're in. So we'll be putting those in the next few days. Catch you in a few, folks. Over and out for now. Okay, folks. Welcome to part 2 of Sandy time. So the biggest problem I had was actually, so far, was actually getting the... Oh, what the hell's that? I just noticed this. Yeah, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that's supposed to go. I said the hardest time actually getting the fender liner out. And all the crap that came out from inside here was astonishing. I mean, absolutely astonishing how much shit was down in the bodywork. So anyway, I've got the lower suspension strut bolt out, which was a bit of a bitch. Thank God I got the impact gun. What with the impact gun, the mallet, and then that drift, the punch I should say, I was able to tap this thing out. I hit it with a load of PB Blaster. As you can see, it's on the floor. So I hit this thing with a bunch of PB Blaster, let it soak for 20 minutes after taking the inner fender liner out, and then I tacked these bolts. I've got one nut off the top of the suspension here, so that one's off. This one's coming off, and then the one on the very back, I'm going to have to see if I can get with an angled wrench, and or maybe even try and fit a small socket over the back there. There's a couple of things in the way, and I don't want to damage the airline here, which is this. But I don't know what this is. Anybody suggest me what that is? I just saw it dangling there, and I'm like, what the hell is that? So a little miniature tennis racket with no strings. Maybe it's a temperature sensor. Who the hell knows what that is? So, yeah. It's got 2 wires going to it. So it's measuring something. What that is, I don't know. But there's the valve block that I initially thought was the problem here. But it turned out it was just all the rust in the lower strut here was just hissing away, and you know, causing me to have an issue with air loss. So rather get that done now than have to replace the air compressor at some point very early on. So this is kind of part 2. Like I said, I've got the lower bowl out here. I'm probably going to stick my jack under this wheel right now. While I knock about these little hubs over on this end. While I knock about these nuts over on this end. But that little back one there is going to be a bit of a swine. Whether you can see it. There she is. Oh, zoom in on her. Nope, zoom in on everything else. Ooh. But right there with a little shine on it. There she is. So that'll be the last one I take out, and then hopefully I can lower it down. And I've got enough slack on this airline to be able to lower it down and put the new strut in. But this is what I've got for struts. Let me just unzoom here. So I've got these RMT units made in the USA. So these were about $480, but there's a core charge. So They charge you like $5.86, and then when you've taken your old struts off, you can ship them up. They've got a pre-postage paid box that these came in, so you can just then ship your old shocks back to them, and then you get your core charge, you know, return to your credit card or however you paid. But these things are remanufactured with genuine Land Rover parts and Land Rover cores. So they do reuse the cores from the other Land Rovers. That's the part number there, if anybody's interested. But RMT, there's a couple of good deals out there. I was going to buy straight from the UK, but you know, now they add and it actually would have been cheaper. But now what they do is they add on that frickin' import duty charge, the new tax on imports, and it bumps the price up a little bit. So I decided to kind of stay in house with this and go with RMT. So that's all for this section. As I get a bit closer, I'll do another little video. Over and out for now.